Hey girls, just thought I'd do another video explanation of the challenge. This week's challenge is a little bit abstract. I thought it'd be just easier to explain than in words than try and write it out. This week's focus is enjoy the ride. And I know that this concept of life's a journey, not a destination, enjoy the moment, be in the moment, it's more about the experience than the end. These are all common themes and definitely something that I feel like the heart of humanity is trying to push us towards. And I totally agree with these perspectives, but there's something inside of me that, as much as I can even work with clients and be like, life's about the journey, enjoy the moment, be in the moment, and even myself, I could totally get on board with that. But there's something inside me that still grasps for control. It grasps for the right way to do things. Like I feel like there's a one right way sometimes, even though I know there's not. The other thing I tend to do is try and be efficient. So for me, like wasting time is a big deal. But my desire to not waste time sometimes creates more stress in my life than just wasting time. Like the way I have to calculate, and the way I'm like, oh shoot, I should have done this instead of this. And after the fact of, oh, well, that was a waste of time, which creates a little turmoil within inside of me. And so I'm starting to realize, well, how can you waste time, first of all? I mean, it's time. And the other thing is, if my need to be totally efficient and never waste time creates stress in my life, then what is my time worth? So I get the idea of wanting to just go with the flow, but then I also feel this fight for getting it right. So one thing that I've been using, and actually my mom got me onto it, and I talked about it in one of the previous lives that we did, is, we spend so much time in the what if this is wrong, what if we screwed it up, what if we wasted time, that I started using the what if word to push me in a healthier direction. So what if you can't waste time? What if every mistake you make is exactly what you needed to make to learn what you learned to move you forward in this life? What if, well, let me throw this one at you, or to you parents, which many of you know I've struggled with, letting my kids go. And when your kids get older, you start looking back and going, did I teach them everything I needed to teach them? Was I the mom I needed to be? Should I have done things differently? And so lately I've been asking myself, what if I am exactly the mom that I was supposed to be for my kids? Which technically, when I do speaking events to moms groups, that's what I tell them. You are the exact parent you are meant to be to your kid because they're your kid. They were given to you for a reason. So again, checking myself, what if all the mistakes I made with my kids, because trust me, there are plenty of them. If you're not sure, go back and read my blogs. I'm not a life coach because I have it all down. I just found principles that I really like to work on, and so I pass them along. But what if every mistake I've made is exactly what my kids need to learn to be the people they're learning to be? What if you can't screw this up? There's one for you. And that's what we want you to run with this week. What if I can't screw it up? We keep looking for the right way to do things, and we tally up our mistakes and we use them against ourselves. But what if the ride is the ride? What if the tracks are laid? What if it's not about the things that happen or the mistakes you make, but about how you handle them, how you feel about them, and what you do with them? It's just been something that's really been on my heart lately of, what if I can't mess this up? What if all things really do work together the way they're exactly supposed to? And what if my job is to simply trust in that track, trust in that ride, throw my hands up, go down the hill screaming, and soak up the moment for exactly what it is? Mistakes and all, inefficient time and all, bumps and bruises and all. Trust me, I don't say this lightly. I don't say this because I got it down. Not in the least bit, especially these days. Oh my goodness, it's been a huge trial for me. But I've been hanging on to that for dear life, seriously. Like, hanging on to that what if everything is exactly what it's supposed to be. And all I need to do is look through a different lens and see the opportunities right there in front of me and the ability to be exactly who I am and shine the light where I'm at. And everything is exactly where it's supposed to be. My humanity will not mess me up. My humanity is my teacher. It is something that has every step taught me something that moves me forward in this life. So as you go out this week, let's turn that what if you can't screw this up into throwing your hands in the air and being like, yeah, what if you can't? Enjoy this ride. Scream, laugh, have a ball, guys.